කියලා ඉවරයක් කරන්න බැරි තරම් නිෂ්පාදන පෙළක්. කිල්ස් නිෂ්පාදන අරිම මිලට හොඳම තත්ත්වයෙන්.
The Allied Health Sciences Students' Union initiated a protest in front of the Ministry of Health yesterday afternoon over several demands, including the abolition of a scheme of internships and a system of examinations conducted to recruit employees for the public service. While the protesters continued their demonstrations, 8 of them were granted permission to meet the Secretary of the Ministry of Health and hold discussions yesterday. With the discussions failing to yield positive results, the student demonstrators continued their protest before the Ministry of Health in defiance of a court order issued by the Maligakanda Magistrates Court. The court order issued as such prohibited demonstrations around the Ministry of Health within the Maradana Police Division and also prohibited protesters on the Dean's Road, Seram Road, Regent Street and the Hospital Square. The order also prohibited the student demonstrators from blocking main roads and pavements. Despite the order, protesters were seen holding their demonstrations in front of the Ministry of Health. 27 protesters who defied the court order and continued their protests into the early hours of today were arrested by the police. The convener of the Inter-University Students' Federation and the secretary of the Allied Health Sciences Students' Union were among those arrested.
At around 2 or 2:30 am this morning, the police surrounded us, attacked our shack and arrested our comrades. They arrested everyone who was there at the time. Before the government claimed power, their entire movement was based on protests. Now, since they are in power, they have decided to turn on student movements and attack them.
The suspects were then produced before the Maligakanda Magistrates Court, subsequent to a medical inspection by the Judicial Medical Officer. Following the proceedings in court, 25 suspects arrested as such were released on surety bonds of 1 million rupees each, while the convener of the Inter-University Students' Federation, Madhushan Chandrajit, and the secretary of the Allied Health Sciences Students' Union, Nadun Darshika, were ordered to be held in remand custody until the 4th of April. Off the back of these arrests, several pressure groups and activists shared their thoughts regarding the matter.
Around 1,500 paramedics and nursing graduates are unemployed. The total cadre limit was approved 15 years ago. All successive governments failed to update this cadre limit. These graduates only have half their degree at the moment. The Ministry of Health has taken over the responsibility of the internship program off the hands of universities, paving the way for these graduates to be beaten up on roads.
Meanwhile, the other student unions across the island staged demonstrations in protest of the arrests made by the Maradana police today.